We're gonna get to this talk about this 50K miles, but first we got to introduce who all's in here. So we're gonna start with Mr. Tennessee himself, Tennessee Flatbedder,
What's going on, all you people? How's you guys' days going?
and we also got Sam the Avocado.
Morning, afternoon, evening, ladies, gents, captain, dogs, boys, girls of all ages.
So what have you been up to, Sam? Last time we talked to you, you didn't know if you were coming back to Prime or if you were leaving Prime to go somewhere else. Did they contact you, bring you back? What happened?
Well, let's do it this way. Let's do it
Let the
this way.
campus in.
Nope, see? Right? Right? Okay.
Oh, AMX. What's AMX stand for?
AMX is Alabama Motor Express. So I joined them. It was a very quick process. They got me up here within 12 hours. And I just finished everything today, the training, Monday through Thursday. And I got my first load that I'll be leaving out, going to Miami tomorrow. And it's been fantastic. It's been a very, smooth ride. They made everything easy. Benefits are freaking awesome. I'll be home every weekend, so I'll be there with my family. And with Prime, they still giving me the run around with the medical. So unfortunately, I had to say goodbye.
The clapping ain't for good. The clapping ain't for goodbye. The clapping is for, hey man, you took the steps you needed to work your way back up and get back on your feet. And unfortunately, it wasn't with Prime, but guess what? We're proud of you, man. You're out there doing it. You're hustling. You're surviving for your family, man. That's what counts.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Well,
sir.
what you
Definitely got
got
to
going
survive.
on, Tennessee?
Well, I don't know if everybody knows or what my Facebook peeps do. Today is my 4th year anniversary with me and my old lady. We've been married 4 years.
We're gonna
But
boo you for being on the stream. No, she's very understanding and she knows that we are very committed to Tennessee is very committed to his channel and his fans and everybody watching. So, she's very committed. She knows he's very committed to it. And that was probably your one gift, huh? That's it. That's your one get out of jail free card. Go
No, no,
ahead,
no.
brother. What happened today? How'd your test go? How's your test tomorrow? Or are you having a test tomorrow?
I'm having a test tomorrow and again on Saturday.
I
So
thought flatbedders don't work the weekends.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh, your other guy?
no.
Did I get a text on that?
No, I didn't text you. I was waiting to bring it up here.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Because I want you to be surprised about it too. Yeah,
Dude,
she pointed out again on the parallel left.
let me hit up on these people giving you a happy anniversary real fast. Greenwich Trucking says happy anniversary, Tennessee. Nick says congratulations, Tennessee. Steve-O says good job, Tennessee. And Pegleg says, oh, well, we'll come back to that one. And Fearless Fly, he says congratulations. So
I
we're
appreciate it
gonna,
all.
and I just had a run today to Kansas City and back, and did that thing. And tomorrow I'm testing my guy out, so he's gonna do awesome tomorrow. We're gonna get into this 50K miles. Any questions, comments, or concerns? So Bearded Trucker 302 says my dispatcher just told me before she left for the night that they have updated my miles to 50,000. I laughed because now TNT students are going to cry more, and I'm going to be able to teach them more. Yeah,
Wait,
and yeah, he must like those crybabies. Like, come on, cry with it. And you being able to teach them more is going to make them better over the road. I mean,
Mhm.
Sam, how many miles did you do? You have experience in this
Oh, collectively on both TNTs,
on both.
I believe it was 92,000 miles. Yes,
Nine.
92,000. Yeah.
So, so with that 92,000 miles, how much more do you think that that benefited you? Did you think there was a big major benefit, or did you think that it was kind of like, I had to do extra mileage?
Actually, it was a bit of both. I felt both ways. The first time when I was in flatbed and I had to do the extra miles, it was the 30,000 miles at first, and it was time for me to upgrade. But of course, Prime said, "Hey, we don't have no trucks. We don't have there's a long waiting list. We'll call you." The infamous lines. We'll call you. I ended up doing close to 64,000 miles with my flatbed trainer. And at first, I was like, "Man, I want to get off this truck. I want to be on my own. I want to do my own thing. I want to make my own money." And that ran through my head. But also at the same time, he taught me some things on flatbed, some tips and tricks. He got into the nitty gritty of flatbed. He says, "I taught you the basics. Now that you're going to stay here with me longer, let's teach you the other things that I wouldn't have time to have taught you with the 30K." He taught me a little bit about the leasing side of what he knew. He taught me about chains. We never knew chains. We normally just strap down, tarp, etc., etc. But he took the time out to teach me chains, snap binders, ratchet binders. He taught me going up the hill, braking, to use the paddles as well when coming down the hill for manual. I And honestly, that helped me out by myself because I've always remembered that. And when it came to when I upgraded, and then I went to reefer, I was supposed to do 15,000. Of course, 15,000 came and went like that. That turned into 30 something thousand miles. And the trainer at that point, he was like, "Hey, your training's done. You're no longer a trainee. You are my co-driver. This is your truck. You are going
Yeah.
to run it like it's your truck. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not doing the pre-plans no more. This is on you 100%. You're doing all the work, you're doing all the driving. All I'm going to do is verify to make sure that my business is safe. But everything else is on you." And I ran that truck. I macros, pickups, drop-offs, docking, undocking, anything and everything was completely and solely on me. And I felt like I was definitely independent at that point. So when I did get on my own again in reefer, to be honest with you, I felt more, what's the word I want to say? Not complete. I felt
Comfortable,
more comfortable, and I felt, uh,
confident.
thank you, confident in my abilities. And confidence was something that I was really lacking when I went to reefer because I was very nervous. Don't know why. I really don't. I couldn't answer that question if I wanted to, but
Dude, those doors are heavy, bro.
uh, yeah, no, it's not. Well, actually, one of the doors did get stuck, and then
Hey, you said 15K miles went by fast.
hmm,
So once you finish your 30, wouldn't that extra 20K miles go by pretty quick? It's just five more than 15.
on the reefer side, it could have, but it's all about your mentality and your trainer's mentality. You guys have to be perfectly in sync, and your learning style and his training style have to match up. Because if it doesn't, you're gonna have a very rough time out there. You may not want to learn because you're just thinking, like, "Damn, man, I can't get along with this guy," or I don't think I can take much more of this guy. You have to make sure you and your trainer are always on the same page. Your learning styles are the same. Your teaching styles are the same, and voice your opinion. You are too. You are
Tennessee,
too.
what do you do if you have a bad trainer?
Say something.
Say something. I was waiting for you to jump in there, man. I was trying to help you. I was like, come on, Tennessee, tell him. If you got a bad trainer and you feel like you're not getting the training you're needing, speak up to him. just like Tennessee says, say something, express yourself, tell them I'm not getting the training I need, man. Like we're at 30K miles and I don't feel like I got at the training I need. Sam, if you felt like you weren't getting the experience and the training you needed, like if your trainer said, hey man, I'm gonna back into all these spots, wouldn't you at some point say, hey man, I'm gonna need to know how to back into these spots, can you let me do it?
Exactly. And as everybody already knows, and then for those who don't know, I did switch trainers during reefer. I had one of your old students, Big C, great guy, man, great personality. Dude is funny. I would definitely hang out with him on the outside. But his training style and my learning style was completely different. And we talked about it, and I told him like, hey, it is nothing personal against you. I just learn different from the way you teach, and I need to find somebody that teaches the way I learn. And there was no animosity towards each other. Obviously, to this day, we still talk, and I just voiced my opinion. And like I said, I was a man about the situation, and I was professional about it. I talked to him. We tried to work things out. It still didn't go, and I give him all the props in the world for at least trying and for listening. And like I said, he's a great
Yeah.
guy. He's definitely a great guy. But long story short, speak up. You don't speak up, you're gonna put yourself in a position where you're just gonna have to sit and deal, and you're gonna be so angry at the world, and you're gonna be so uncomfortable. Why put yourself through
You,
that?
you don't want to be just going through the motions. You want to
Right.
you don't want to just be driving that truck. And this is where TNT trainers need to really make sure that they're doing what they need to do. Just like us PSD instructors, and we need to police ourselves. We need to make sure that we're doing the best of our abilities out there to teach these guys and teach them to the fullest because they're going on this road with somebody doing TNT. So we need to prepare them for that. And I'm not saying that we need to completely do like 100%. Hey, here's a driver ready to do everything in that truck for you. What I'm saying is that we need to get them ready for their test, pass their test, and be able to be safe on that truck. That way, the TNT trainers can just hop in there and be like, all right, I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you how to do this on my truck. I'm going to show you this paperwork. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to help you out, clean up your backing because on PSD, we're learning how to do the wheel turns. We're learning a little bit about backing. We're learning to what to kind of look at when we're learning some stuff. But when we go on TNT, your TNT trainer will fine tune your backing and he will pick it up more. He will teach you the paperwork. He will teach you the hours of service. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Nick's comment right here says if they don't want to do 50K miles, they can always go somewhere else. It won't hurt anyone's feelings. And that's right. Like what I'm also saying, what I wanted to say about this comment right here, and I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm going to kind of be straight up about this comment right here. I've known Nick a while and I like Nick. He's a great guy. And what I'm going to say about this comment right here is the 50K miles will show who really has dedication for this company, who really wants to run for this company. It's going to be weeding out some of the weak. And unfortunately, we got people that come here and they are not made for trucking and they're not money motivated and they're not ready for this job. And yes, they were determined and they got their CDL. Like more power to you. But the guys that aren't really getting it, it's kind of gonna wing you out because you're all like you're gonna be like, man, 50K miles, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting this. Like go somewhere else. Plain and simple. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's gonna get those guys that really don't want this. Hey, I need to go local. It's gonna also like show some people what really life over the road is before they get onto their own truck. So if they're like, man, I can't handle this, before they jump into that lease and make that big commitment, then or spend a lot of money on all the stuff that you need to get into that truck. Like there's a startup cost for flatbed, there's a startup cost for a tanker, and there's a startup cost for reefer. Why waste that money if you don't have to? I don't. How do you feel about that, Tennessee? And then we'll get Sam's opinion on that.
I totally agree with you on that. It's going to a lot of what you just said about the other one too into this one. I have to go back on that one. If you don't say something, you're just going to get eaten up, and it's going to make your trip a lot worse. It goes with the 50K. If you already have it at 30, you haven't said nothing at 50, towards 50, you're going to want to quit. You're not going to want to continue to pursue this. And it's all in your head, too. And when it comes down to it, do you want that job or not? I mean, it's experience. You're getting experience with extra miles, too, more than you would. Well, especially right now, we're going into winter months. You're going to be able to learn how to drive in that wind and that ice and snow and mountains and that conditions and the rain, more rain now. And I just think it's going to benefit a lot of us or a lot of them.
What you think, Nick? What you think, Sam? I'm sorry. I saw Nick's amen twisted right there, and I was all like, "Look at Nick." Go ahead, Sam.
So, in reference to the 50K miles, yeah, it's a lot of miles. I'm not gonna take that away from anybody, but it's dedication, determination, and discipline. Remember, this is considered on-the-job training. And with the reputation that Prime has, they know when you go anywhere else and they hear, "Hey, I went through Prime," and they know how rigorous that training is. A lot of the times, they're gonna take that reputation and say, "You know what? This guy came through there. If he can make it through that training, I know I could put him behind one of my trucks." And for those people out here that are, like you said, the lifestyle, it's a lifestyle and it's a complete and utter change from what you're used to. And this helps determine if that student can deal with that lifestyle or they're weak enough and they fall out. Yes. And a lot of times, like I tell people, the race doesn't go to the strong nor the swift, but to whom that has endured the most. If you can endure that 50K and you can get the most out of it, you pretty much are set for the rest of the time that you're here for Prime or anywhere else that you ever go. Because it goes back to what I said, the reputation that Prime has for the way that they train people is a lot more than you think.
Prime trainers who got 6 months experience don't need to be training. Um, Sam, you were over 6 months at Prime, right?
Yes, I was over 6 months at Prime.
So would you have been ready to become a trainer right at 6 months mark? Do you think you would have did good?
If I was forced to, yeah, I think I would have did good because of the way how serious I took my training, the type of questions I asked, and the fact that I took the horse by the reins and I wanted to do everything myself. But if it comes to somebody who's complicit and just goes through the motions, I agree with Hans 100%. At 6 months, you don't need to be out there training somebody. So I would definitely agree. It just depends on the type of person.
So yeah, it's up to the type of person. I really, to me, you can be trained by somebody with 6 months. You can be trained with a super trucker like Hans with 3,800 years. I mean, like either way, it's all on that person. 10 week sandwich and canned food. Nah, 9,000. And you're getting paid 900 a week. You can't. After taxes and everything, you're telling me that you cannot survive off of 900 a week after taxes, so like 700 and stuff. You're not going to have to eat sandwiches all the time 100% in canned food. You can be smart about it. Like I feel like that, it's
Actually, you mind if I take that off you?
yeah, go ahead. You've been there more recent than us.
So 10-week sandwich and canned food, 900. Now I'll be upfront with mine. After taxes, I came home with 725. Now I don't know your situation, but with mine's I had the only income in the house, so most of my money did go back home, and I kept $100 on me a week for groceries. And if you can't budget like that, what makes you think you can budget for lease when you got a budget with more zeros at the end? I'm just saying, this is just teaching you before you even get there how to manage your money and how to manage yourself as a business. Just think about it that
I'm
way.
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. That was funny though. I'll just say it. Uh,
It's true
okay.
though.
Oh, Tennessee was funny, man. He just, I don't know, man. Happy anniversary from Sarah Cox to Thomas and Christina. I missed that one.
Appreciate it,
Uh,
Sarah.
Nick says he almost did 85K miles on TNT because his first trainer got fired.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no.
That's the first.
Yeah, that's not good. But look, Nick, you fought through it, you struggled through it. So Nick does if I remember right, Nick does TNT training right now, or he was. I'm pretty sure that he still does. I
Hmm.
don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. But that's real life experience right there. He did over 50K miles, and guess what? He turned out fine. He fought through it. That is a man right there that said, you know what? I'm going to do what it takes and I'm going to fight through this. My trainer got fired. Wonder what happened there. I can't remember.
I can't remember that either.
Either which
I
way,
don't know.
let's get a round of applause for that.
Yeah. That is 85K on TNT. And the man, like, he stayed in there and he's doing awesome. It was worth the fight to get past, is what I'm saying. And one of the reasons I think that they raised this mileage is because the whole preventable accidents and stuff like that. Like, I can see that. That is probably my main thing that I would hit on as the reason why they raised it, is because I bet you anything the amount of accidents went up. And Tennessee, we see it all the time, right? We see it all the time. What happens out there at the pad? They have somebody that can't pass the backing on the simulator, and then they have to be eval'd before they can go on TNT.
After
And
more attempts on the simulator, then they brought told to come down here and do it in real life. And some
what's their story, though? What's the story they give the most about why they're having such a hard time with it?
motion sickness off that. I hear.
Oh, what I hear most of the time is people saying my TNT trainer did not let me
Talking
back.
about that. I thought you were talking about with the simulator. My bad.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
my TNT trainer never let me back up. All I did was drive forward and then sleep. Drive forward and then sleep. Never let me do anything. Didn't teach me anything. They come back and they don't know anything. But that would go as again when we talked about you have your own voice. If you see out there on the road and your trainer is not doing something for you, speak up. Say, hey, I need to do that. Let me do it. Show me more. Show me this.
Hmm.
You're on that trainer's truck for a reason. And if he's not teaching you, why be on that truck? Find somebody else or get them, hey, this guy's not teaching me anything. I need somebody that will. Say that.
100% agree with you there. 100%. Speak up, people. Speak up. you know and I'm pretty sure that I've heard it before, because I asked these people. I said, well, why didn't you tell your trainer, hey, I need more practice? They're all like, well, him and his fleet manager were good friends. What do we have to say about that, Tennessee?
Um, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
There's
Call the
somebody
bluff.
yeah,
Call the
there's
bluff.
that above that too. I mean, I'm good friends with my fleet manager, but you call him and he's going to call me and tell me what you said and why, and rip me one if I'm treating my students that way.
Well,
Just
hold on.
because you're friends with him doesn't matter.
Yes.
Here you say, well,
Before that, yeah, before that comment,
you.
I agree
I
with
dro-
you.
Time out, time out. I dropped the poll right now. I forgot to drop it earlier. Do you agree with the 50K miles? I for yes, or no for do not. Now go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
So I agree with Tennessee. A lot of the trainers out here, oh, me and my fleet manager were good friends. We've been working with each other for, this, that, and the third. Okay, fine. And that discourages a lot of people from saying anything. And not only that, some people also get discouraged because you're in this small little confined area with this guy, and you're afraid to say something because now you're gonna have to tiptoe and you're gonna have to be careful. You don't know how he's gonna react to it. So a lot of people tend to keep their mouth shut and deal with it because they are afraid. Because once again, you're in this small space with somebody else. Don't be afraid. Come to your trainer professionally. Come to your trainer with an open mind and say, hey, let's work on this a little bit more. I feel I need to do this a little bit more. And just be upfront with him. And like I said, keep it 100, keep it professional at the same time. And don't be afraid. Just don't be
Read.
afraid. Right. A
Read
student
it.
that a student that won't speak up is setting themselves for failure. Yes, 110,000%. Yes.
Well said.
No hippie says a fleet manager shouldn't go tell a trainer things said in confidence.
Correct.
And you are 100% right, no hippie, because I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm going to tell you right now that I get this problem right here. When we were back in 2005 in TDCJ, whenever we had two cellies, people that lived in the same cell, they weren't getting along. This is how we dealt with it. We called the celly out there. We're all like, hey, do you have problems? And the celly would be like, no, we don't have problems. Well, this guy's saying we all have problems. Do we have problems? No, we don't have problems. You put them back in the cell, guess what? There's a fight. There's going to be a fight, or something's going to happen. Somebody's going to go seclusion, whatever. Like, there's going to be problems. But thank God the state of Texas came out with the Safe Prisons program, which now it has to be investigated, so it's taken care of. And that is what's going on, that I hear is going on. So somebody calls a fleet manager, and they're like, me and the trainer are having issues. We're having issues right now, and this is going on. This is going on. This is going on. Well, the fleet manager three-way calls the trainer, and they're all like, hey, he's saying that this is going on. That right there kind of puts you in a hostile work environment, is in my book, because now your trainer knows exactly what you said, blah blah blah. But at the same time, maybe it opened the door for communications. If you feel like there is going to be a physical threat, you need to separate. You need to call Prime back, whether it's the fleet manager or whether it's the next person, and say, hey, I feel like this is going to be getting physical. We need to be separated, and take it to that extreme if you have to. If you feel like it's going to be physical, if there's going to be a physical problem, then it needs to be brought up. If you think that you can talk like normal adults and get the problem fixed, then go ahead and talk it out. But as for the fleet manager calling the trainer and being like, hey, what's your problem? No, it should be handled differently. Like, you should voice your opinion to your fleet manager. Hey, we'll say that the trainer hasn't showered in like 4 days. Hey, man, my trainer this dude hasn't showered in like 3 or 4 days. He stinks. I can't deal with it no more. That fleet manager is going to have to say something to that trainer, but it's about the way that they say it. So the fleet manager might call him up a couple days later and could be like, hey, when's the last time y'all stopped for like a 34-hour reset, got a shower or something? Make sure that you both are keeping up with your hygiene. Your student probably stinks. You probably stink. Make sure y'all get a shower, man. Y'all got to keep, clean and smelling good for each other. I mean, not that y'all would be sniffing each other, but just in case y'all want to sniff each other, you will smell fresh. What you think, guys?
And if Febreze that truck.
Let me get myself together on that last comment. Um, I wouldn't be. First off, I wouldn't be sniffing nobody, and I don't want to smell you, regardless of the situation. That's all I'm gonna say, because that was a good comment. No good buddies.
What do you think, Tennessee? Tennessee just laughing over there.
I just messing with Sam. Just said he found his new kink.
Oh, smelling people?
No.
So James Roberts says, I'm cool with doing 50K miles. I'm in Salt Lake City on October the 24th. Start my new career at 58 years old. Can't wait. James, congratulations, man. We're proud of you, man. And it shows that you have the dedication and that you want to do this. Coming out here at 58 years old for another retirement. I'm guessing another retirement, and you don't care about the 50,000 miles. I mean, really, it adds up to about one extra. I figured it up just a while ago. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, it ends up to being one more month on TNT. Is it really that bad for extra experience? Getting back. True words. I am not getting back on my trainer's truck. I tolerated him just to get through the 30, but we butt heads, and I felt like he was in a hurry to run me through. And Steve-O, like, with the problem, like, we talk to Steve-O a lot, guys. Like, Steve-O is one of our people. Sam knows him in Discord, but with somebody, that's another thing. When your trainer takes off, if your trainer takes off an extended amount of time, say your trainer, let me remove Sam real quick. I think that's what he was saying. He went dark screen. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's back. But with a trainer that takes off for a while, and he's all like, hey man, I'm going to take off 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. After man, I just had the number the other day. I think it was 28 days they will separate you from Prime if you're not back within 28 days. I think it was 28 days. So you need to do something about it. Like, you're going to have to ask for a new trainer, because guess what? You need to move that truck and make some miles. So definitely make sure that you're taking care of yourself in that situation. If your trainer's taking off, you don't want to take off, and you want to run miles and get your stuff done, then ask for a new trainer. I mean, it has to happen. Both of these guys are eating down here.
Hey, I'm having to prove that I'm putting a piece of candy in my mouth. I was told last time that he's not putting nothing in his mouth. He's just also doing something.
So that came from the Discord. They're saying in the Discord the other night, they said, hey, Tennessee's always eating something, but we never see him putting nothing in his mouth. He said, it was candy, guys. And they all called him out. And they said, we never seen you put nothing in your mouth. That sounds bad. Sam, you see it. It's real. It's candy.
Uh-huh.
When you go anywhere, there's extra startup costs. You may get getting into your own truck, and there is definitely startup cost.
Yes.
Do you have to handle rude clients? Yeah, we do. Like, some people come from everywhere. Like, people come from all walks of life. Now, what's rude to me might not be rude to somebody else. Sometimes people hear how my students talk around me, and they're all like, man, that guy's disrespectful. I'm all like, no, that's just how he talks, man. Chill out. I said, we're from the streets, man. Like, we're from the hood. Like, we talk a little bit rough. We talk loud with each other. People might walk by and say, man, Twisted yelling at that dude, and that dude's yelling at Twisted. But really, we're just communicating because that's all we understand.
We got a super chat.
Oh, crap. I got to go all the way down this. I'm trying to get all these comments.
I know, but those are important.
We got a $20 super chat from Trucking Along with Kiersey. She says, I want some candy, darn it. Yeah, somebody get that lady some candy.
Right, and I agree with her. You know what they always said in school? Did you bring enough for everybody?
Everybody look at Tennessee.
Have a piece. Reach. Here, I can bring it closer.
There you go. There you go.
A little blurry.
Still
a little blurry.
You almost got it.
Almost.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Kiersey. I'm going to go through a lot of these comments, try to work my way down. Hal Peg, they're not going to make money. How does AMX do their truck equipment?
Okay, so over here at AMX, with their trucking equipment, once I get my truck, which I did today, I get load locks, load straps, um, windshield wiper fluid, oil. Actually, I'm just gonna say all my fluids, windshield wipers, bulbs for the signals and the headlights. All that is free and it's mandatory to be on my truck before I leave. I don't pay for anything.
Awesome. Um, Scotty B says that 50K miles is a huge deterrent for someone that's already has experience driving like myself. I inquired a few years ago and they told me I had to do 25K miles with 25 years of experience driving. And Scotty B, it all depends on the type of driving you were doing. Like over the road, OTR, over the road, like driving for another company over the road, then it's going to be less with the amount of time that you've done it and how recent was it. So, that was probably one of the issues, unfortunately. I would pick winter clothes, Daniel, because of wintertime, soap, toiletries, etc. Sam, you are right. I've gone 3 weeks without a check, but because I saved and budget, it didn't hurt. So yeah, think about during this 50K miles, think about it this way. It's time you can save up right before your lease, especially if you're the guy that was from the comment earlier about eating sandwiches and canned food. That dude is saving some money for his first lease.
He didn't look into ramen.
Yeah. Living in Massachusetts, there's me another word.
I don't. You're not alone. I can never say it right either. I call
Okay,
it
it's your
math.
turn.
Oh, come on. Living in Massachusetts, I can't afford to live on 900 a week.
Tennessee, you say it now.
Massachusetts.
Man, y'all did better than me. Yeah, 900 a week is not the best, but for a lot of people, that's more money than they were making whenever they were at McDonald's before they came here,
Right.
or wherever. I just threw a name out there, custodian, whatever you were doing before you came out here. It's a lot more than you were making for a lot of people. A lot of people tell me 900 a week. I'm really getting that. It took me 2 weeks to make 500.
Oh, I remember those days too.
I remember the time. I
Do
don't
you
know.
work
Nobody.
with Longshore Man as a client? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Christopher, hey, funny story, real quick. Funny story is today we were going under a bridge and Christopher looked at it. And you know how sometimes the signs are broke off, the height signs? This dude looked at this bridge height sign and he said, 9 inches. And I thought he was going to stop, bro. He said 9 inches.
Did he duck? Did he get low and go?
Bro, I think he was about to stop, but it was hilarious, man. He goes, 9 inches. I was like, you think? I was like, you think that's 9 inches?
But hey, you got to give him his props for at least paying attention and being mindful. Because for all he knows, it could have been 12.9 and not 13.9.
Exactly. But it was just funny. He was all like 9 inches. I was all like, dude, if that was 9 inches, you wouldn't be able to see that. Be below the truck. Those trainers do it because the money. I don't give a what anyone says. Hans, I'm going to tell you right now, I train for the money, bro. Like, part of me is for the money. And I think that goes with 100% of people. And if they're saying that it's not for any type of money, I train for free. That is a lie. Nobody's training for free. Like, why do all that extra work for free? So we're all here for the money. But the thing is, what are you providing? My father always said, like, here I go like an old man. My father always said that if you do something, you do it to the fullest of your abilities because it represents you. And that's what I do, man. I try to do my work to my fullest of my abilities. We need to have more people like that. Do it to the fullest of your abilities.
Yeah.
Oh, I figure one of y'all would say, my dad said, the same thing. I was looking for a war cry or something.
Wow. The only thing I was gonna it is absolutely right. If everybody's doing it for money, and it just depends on what the trainer's putting out too.
No Hippie says, if it was all about the money, I would constantly train. And I'm gonna like I want to kind of like I don't want to put words in his mouth, but what I will say, I feel like what that's saying is sometimes I don't want to deal with a headache, and it's not worth the money. I'd rather just go out by myself. That's kind of how I feel sometimes too. Like I've been known to leave out without a student just to clear my mind. I'll make it about 5 days and then I'll come back and get a student because I'm all like, you know what, there ain't no one to talk to.
Hmm.
I'll run regional with Sam. What you laughing about down there? That ain't funny, man. I'm lonely. That sounds bad. I'm lonely. I
No,
don't got
no,
no one to talk to face to face.
I laugh because I remember the time you went to Pittston. That's why. But anyways,
Kenworth Rider saved my life.
Got some pizza.
Yeah, I definitely got some pizza.
don't brag. Still need to go up.
Student won't speak. Oh, read that one.
Yep. Keep going down.
Yeah, I skipped down
Oh.
earlier because there was some good stuff down here, and then I skipped back up, and I'm gonna try to get caught up a little bit more. I'm gonna skip over some of these. I won't do it for free, but I'll talk myself into the last two students. If it was all about money, I would get another one, but I have a bit of money. Look at him flexing, bro. He says, I have money, guys. I don't need y'all's money to do these students. He's flexing on us, man. No Hippie makes more money than all of us combined. He said, because dude's been hustling for it, though, man. He's a worker. He got 2 trucks. I don't think he got a third one yet, but I know he has 2 trucks. Nick says, I don't train just for the money, but we'll get back at it in January. So I have some money to learn how to fly
Paramotors.
paramotor. Needs side money to finance. Well, we know how much it is.
Yeah, need some side
Tennessee,
money.
go ahead and catch that comment.
Yeah, I'm lost on paramotor. I know quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit about planes. A little bit about planes, and that one lost me.
He's looking at I'm guessing at minimum 15 to 20,000 minimum.
Baller. I don't really like training. I don't really love training. I take it seriously when I do. And I believe that. I've seen No Hippie out there with a student before on the training pad, and he gave it his all. Like he gave it his all, and whenever other people were saying, kind of being like, man, this guy's not gonna make it, he still gave it his all. Like I 100% believe him. Timothy says, I just came in here and you guys are talking about sniffling each other. What the heck?
Sam's got a new king.
Nick says, I'll give you $30 to smell my seat, LOL. Sam, you need $30?
Add another 70.
He did not say no, guys.
No, he said smell it. So I could go on one of the days where I don't take my allergy medicine and I'm congested and I'll be fine. Add another 70.
Yeah, shower on and resets called your 30-minute break. Keep those wheels rolling.
Yes.
No flatbed teams. Wait. No flatbed teams in OTR?
Yes, there is.
Tennessee, you're the king of it.
Yeah, there's
FBG.
flatbed in OTR. Who told you there wasn't?
I don't
Or
know.
is he just asking?
P Matt 86 just did.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading that. I'm asking him who told
Oh.
you there wasn't.
He's probably like, my mama said the teams are the devil.
High quality H2O.
Right.
Han says, I do Washington State and Idaho get paid hourly for usually 13 hours a
Yes.
day, 6 days a week.
Yes.
Um, how come all over the road guys think that there's no money in local trucking? There, you have to have some good experience before you get those good jobs in local. Like I looked at some local jobs before, and the good ones were 2 years of experience. Sam, I'm pretty sure that you looked at a lot. Did you? How many did you find that paid excellent, or more than you made over the road?
Where I'm at right now is almost pretty much local for me. But to answer the question, most of them in Florida, Central Florida to be exact, is 13 to 1500 locally. Me over here, AMX, I got two options. I could either get paid hourly at 26, or I could go cents per mile at 60 cents. And most of their freight lines are in and out of Florida.
Okay. So like there are some good ones out there. And the thing about it, like people being away from home, they're going to pay more. I'm going to throw that out there. You can get lucky and find a excellent paying local job, but the thing is, being away from home for long periods of time, you're going to get kind of reimbursed for that.
Yeah.
My Mad Mike says a new student gets a lot of winter experience.
Take that winter experience.
Time to come
You,
in.
yep, take that winter experience. I've drove through snowstorms. I drove through ice storms. I drove through snow, ice, and wind. It's terrifying, but at the same time, I have that knowledge. I'm not a summer boy. I took all my TNT during winter, and I'm grateful because now every time I go out there in the winter, I see truck drivers that panic when they see a quarter inch of snow on the ground or when it starts to stick. Me, I'm looking at it like, man, you keep going. But of course, I'm safe about it though.
Han says I'm around 85K right now with 2.5 months to go.
That's it?
That super trucker slacking.
Right. I thought it was 125, man.
Yeah, our resident super trucker is slacking. He must have took some home time. Well, he did leave for a little while, fly to somewhere, flown to somewhere, and then flew back home. So he's been going through some stuff.
Yeah, still super trucker. He could make that up.
Yeah, he's our super trucker. Hey, our super trucker don't make up nothing, Sam. Our super trucker is legit. Positive feedback of the super trucking highest skilled drivers there are, man. He's a beast.
Oh, I know.
He's
It
always
gets on
flexing.
it gets on his nerves. That's why I say that. Because I know I'm gonna hear it in Discord later.
We're gonna get slaughtered in Discord after this. Trucking along with Kiersey. As a TNT trainer, I hate 50K miles. I get my TNT fully in a few weeks.
Okay.
And that's something that we were hearing too. Also, we were hearing also that TNT trainers were not happy about this. Also, so it's kind of hard on them too because they're having to stay in their truck longer. They're having to finish that TNT training with the students. They are it's a longer time with one student, and I look at both sides of it. Like I can get stuck with a really great student for 50K miles, but on the flip side of that, I can get stuck with a really bad one for 50K miles. You got to look at both sides of that. I ran over to check the poll real fast, and we have who's in favor of the 50K miles? I for 65% as of right now, and the no's at 33% with 27 votes. I'm kind of shocked by that. It looks like most people are for the 50K miles, don't y'all say?
Oh yeah, they're looking at it this way. It's more experience for the trainee.
What is the best mobile hotspot for gaming in a semi truck? I don't know the best, but I will tell you the one that I have is the Netgear Nighthawk from AT&T. And a lot of people ask me, "What's your plan? How much do you pay?" I'm grandfathered into the unlimited plan, so I'm sorry I can't help you with that. I need to get a I need to get a sponsorship from AT&T where we can get like I need to tell AT&T, look, we need a trucker plan over here. We use TWZD when checking out, and we get the unlimited plan.
Um,
AT&T, I hope you're listening right now because you aren't going to give me jack. You can't even give me $5 off my phone bill.
yeah, they
Hashtag
like that.
TNT.
Just as a for something newer, because I know you know your grandfather and you got the beard going on, but anyways, Verizon, their hotspot, you get either 100 gigabytes or 150 gigs. It's pretty decent. It runs on 5G. They have a promotion. Not sure if it's still going on now, but you only pay $5 to get the thing to start up, and it's
Does it still
seven.
have the Ethernet port like mine does? That
Yeah,
was a big seller for me.
the
At the
jet
house,
port.
I have to have an Ethernet cord in my Xbox, or I'm getting killed because of lag. Does it have an Ethernet port?
It's the same thing as the Nighthawk. Same exact setup.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's also something if you want to look into to go at.
Oops, did the wrong thing.
Do not do it's not Netgear, it's Sentry or something like that. Please don't go there.
Unfortunately, Tennessee Flatbedders internet company heard him talking about other internet companies, and they have kicked him off for the moment. He will be back in a short period of time. Scotty B says, driving a truck, you either have to have the knack or you don't. Some people will never ever get the hang of it, and I agree with that. I've had people that it was impossible to train, and like I had to sit down and say, "Hey, man, we gotta talk because we got some issues on this," and we had to do some stuff. We had to sit down and have a serious conversation whether or not this was for you, and
Yes.
I will tell. I am a blunt person. I speak my mind. Like a lot of people don't see that on my channel, but I am a blunt person and I speak my mind. Sometimes I have to tell my students, "Hey, man, I'm sorry, I'm blunt, but I'm gonna just be real with you right now. I don't think you're meant for this." I, and then I always follow it with, they said Michael Jordan couldn't play basketball, so prove me wrong, dude. Work at it. Show me how good you are. Well, Tennessee's flat better. We stopped talking about his other internet companies. So his Walmart connection finally let him back in.
Yes. He had to go out back and stick it into another neighbor's Ethernet port.
Oh, did you get your neighbors? That's why you bought that long Ethernet cord, isn't it?
The 100 footer.
Yeah. He's I see you, man. I don't blame you, man. I had to live off of an extension cord before.
Yeah.
Sam, you're gonna have to read that one.
Twisted, where is your Kima? Just for giggles, 9 inches. That's what she. Oh, you set me up for the okie doke. Yeah, you set me.
Here you go, Tennessee. Here's your comment, bro. This is about you.
Oh, Russell. Anniversary. Make sure you give your wife some wood for your gift for her. Yes. Those pumpkins you're eating are addicting. Yeah, I've got four left sitting here on my desk. And that was a whole bag.
Living on a 900 before taxes in Washington State ain't cutting it. Yeah, it's all about where you're from. Like it does make it hard. I pay $1,525 a month. My rent is $900 a week. Ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, I was
I pay
roughly about.
$1,525 a month in rent. 900 ain't gonna cut it.
I
There's 4 weeks in them. What's 900 times four? Or we'll just say 600.
36.
What's 600 times four?
It's 700. Well, after taxes, depending on what state. Like I said on News Mine, 725. So 714.21. That's 2,800.
You can't make it. You can't make it with more than what your monthly bills are.
Well, we don't know what his other bills are. He's just letting us know what one is.
Oh
So
yeah, that's true too. Hey, well, you ain't staying at the house. Cut that light bill off. You're not staying there, so let's when you what's my guy say? When you live like nobody else, tomorrow you can live like nobody else. I can't remember his name, but he was a financial advisor, two-time millionaire. I can't remember his name though.
so how do you go two-time millionaire? Do you get a millionaire, go broke, and then get millions again?
Oh yeah, he just wanted to show people that he could do it again, man. He
Oh,
was super flexing. That way, whenever he sold his CD, he could say, "I was a two-time millionaire." Don't question the man that lives like nobody else. Uh, T-Mobile unlimited wireless home internet. I play my PS5 online setting in Elk Mountain, Wyoming with no problems usually. So there's a T-Mobile wireless home internet, and I've seen that one. Like I think that one's pretty good too. I don't
that's
have it.
that's impressive in Wyoming, 'cause ain't nothing out there.
Yeah. You bring that T-Mobile here to my house, you might get 5 bars outside, but you walk in the front door and it'll go to zero.
Dude, Walmart owns your neighborhood, man. Walmart has it down. Like they're all like they block signals over your neighborhood. You can't even climb on the roof with your phone up in the air to catch a better satellite signal. Every time I do a TNT, I say it ain't worth it, and I'm never doing it again.
Mhm.
Then someone begs me, and I cave in. Yeah, Jersey, you just love helping people, is what it is. So the TNTs, from my understanding, the last TNT times that she went on TNT, somebody truly needed her help, and she stepped up and did it. That is the true heart of a trainer, I believe. What y'all think?
Yeah. There's two songs that come to my head, like just parts of it when I read that. So, like, the first thing was, "My mind is telling me no, but my body." And then the other one was Meatloaf from back in the day. It's like, "I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that." Yeah, that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Meatloaf. You're showing your age, bro.
I'm not that old. Actually, I'm not gonna say how old I am, so we'll keep going.
Peg Leg says, I tried training at Not So Swift, had a blast, anxiety about a couple students. I just couldn't do it.
Oh,
It is
Swift.
hard. It is hard. Ah, there we go. Russell, you're thinking of Dave Ramsey. Look, I modeled a lot of my life after what he was saying. Like, I did not do credit cards. I did not, for most of my life, I did not do credit cards, and I made sure I wasn't renting, and I bought a house. And oh, look, everybody was saying James Roberts, Fearless Flight. So I built all of my credit on not having credit cards, car payments, bank, and job. That was my credit. And I bought my first house whenever I was 26. I was making payments. Let me clean that up. But I've paid off my cars, and I was living debt free, and I just had a house payment. And then I just said, you know what? I really want a truck right now. So I bought a truck. So, I did good for the longest time. So from 26 to 37, I lived by that. And then all of a sudden I said, you know what? I want a pickup truck. Because Tennessee Flatbedder was always over there flexing with his nice pickup truck coming over to the house with all of his decals on it.
Sure is
I
purty,
was, what?
but she sure is purty.
Yeah, she is. So, yeah. Oh, Matt's mother died 3 years ago. Sorry to hear that, Matt.
Yeah, sorry for your loss. I know it's 3 years ago, but still, sorry for your
Yeah,
loss.
you can't. That's like a hard, hard thing to get over. Like that's a mother. Like I lost my father, and it still is bad.
Tennessee is still going through his thing there with his daughter. I lost my father a year ago, so we definitely understand here.
Dang, you know what? I need to call my mom after this because as soon as I said father, I just realized today was my father's birthday. If he would have still been alive, he would have been about, I think, 55. I think would have been his 55th birthday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, I just been so busy keeping my mind off of things. Scotty B says I haul everything from lowboy, dump trailer, box trailer, doubles, drops, you name it, I haul it. I work for a recycling company.
Wow. Okay. Damn, that's
Yeah,
a lot.
man, you name it, he'll haul it. Y'all never collaborated about team at
El-
Prime.
elaborate.
We Oh, you never elaborated about teams. What's teams at Prime, Sam?
Team at Prime is two drivers in the same truck together, and it's pretty much kind of like a slip seat, which is one would drive, the other sleeps, and vice versa. So team driving is pretty fun, especially in flatbed. You got somebody to fold those tarps with you and to help you tarp. Uh, 26, and then we got Hans. 26 per hour ain't too bad. I make $30 an hour. You always gotta be. It's not too bad. Always gotta be Hans with the one up.
Super trucker, bro.
Whoop.
BJ over here says, "What's your favorite disgusting cheese sandwich?" None of them because Tennessee flatbedder got me sick.
Got you sick. I got you sick. How in the world did you catch
Lactose tolerance.
lactose intolerant? Hey,
Bro,
there's
I'm telling you, man.
one
Like I'm
thing.
a hypochondriac, so like anytime I talked to some guy, I talked to a guy 2,000 miles away from me one time, and he had the flu. He had the flu, and guess who got the flu 2,000 miles away? You come to my house and you can't eat cheese. I can't eat cheese no more. Dude, cheese was my favorite seasoning, bro.
Cheese is not a. Oh, I'll leave that alone. To answer BJ's question, my favorite, and I'm just saying it, is I don't like it, but the most disgusting cheese sandwich I ever had was on sourdough rye bread. I don't know how they did that, and it was raspberry goat cheese. Yeah, I worked at
Yeah,
a deli, and they're like, "Hey, try this. It's good." All right. Oh my God. And it was still lumpy too.
this
So
dude is high class. I swear. He named some cheese we ain't even ready for. We ain't ready for that cheese, Sam. That's a nice wine tasting cheese.
no, that's that. Ugh.
Piglet, can students back up? Can student back up 50K between two trainers?
Yeah. Can they break?
Oh,
Can
can
student?
students break up 50K between two trainers? I, I wish they could. I think that that's something that needs to be done. I would love to see, um, like 25K on a lease truck, 25K on a company truck. I would put the company truck before the lease truck because hey, everyone's going to do 25K on a company truck. Now that you learn how pretty much to do the macros and stuff, here you go, lease truck for 25K. Now the problem with this is that a lot of students go with my trainer said that I need to do it like this, and the next trainer's like, well, I'm telling you, this is my truck and my business. It needs to be done like this, period. So you kind of it's more stress on the trainer because you're taking somebody that has a little bit of knowledge. Like take for example, if I got a student that's taught people how to drive cars his whole life and he jumps into my truck and I'm trying to teach him, he's going to think that he knows everything already, kind of. He's going to think that he doesn't have to listen 100%. He's going to have a little bit of issues out there, or say like I have a ex driver that came out here, like somebody that already had their CDL before. They are going to already have like an attitude of like, I know what I'm doing already. Whenever, if they would just listen, then they would learn. So, you know, whenever
Hans.
you've been had a little bit of training by somebody else, whenever you had a little bit of training by somebody else, and you're coming here to get more training by somebody that's teaching you, you need to listen to the person that's teaching you because they're trying to make you better for the most part. If you knew everything, you wouldn't be here trying to learn from them. I could, man, I was gonna start laughing. I couldn't do it.
I know.
I'm partial to grilled cheese and tomatoes, grilled
Yes.
cheese and oh, we were talking about food.
Grilled cheese and
So,
Why
tomatoes.
did
Yes.
they come up with the 50K Tennessee?
um, I think they did it because they did it before. Um, I know before they did it, they went on the safety numbers and then they dropped it down saying that the safety numbers was the same regardless if it was 50 or 30. I think they're doing it now to relieve some of the TNT trainers to get caught up because of the truck shortage. I don't think there's a truck shortage, but I've been told different things out there. So um, the number 50K, I don't know.
So my ideal is that there was too many accidents happening whenever people were fresh on their own truck. Too many preventable accidents, like somebody was backing into something. Like there was too many issues going on with that. So I think that I kind of am partial to that's probably why that happened. I'm not 100% saying that that was sure, but I'm pretty sure that they were seeing it's all about statistics and numbers, and you got these business people over there sitting there, and they're over there on their computers making graphs and stuff, pie charts, all that stuff. And they say, "Oh, we went to 30K miles. Look at these guys wrecking over here." And then they went back and they said, when we went 50,000 and we saw that look at the wrecks when we had 50K miles. Those guys weren't wrecking. Let's put it back. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And pie charts don't lie, man. They're pies. We like eating pie. I love pie. Can't have dairy in it, but I like pie.
What the? Okay.
What mental state do you have to be in to be a trucker? You have to be pretty crazy. Look at Tennessee and me. And Sam. Look at Sam.
I'm not too
Sam
crazy.
came in an orange shirt today.
Yeah, because I wanted to feel safe. I wanted you guys to feel safe.
He wanted to look fresh for. If you're a part of the Discord, he wanted to look fresh for the picture that he took in his car. But anyways, Scotty B says, "I'm not looking forward to another winter of frozen loads and cleaning off trucks. Winter is not fun," and I don't know why Sam's laughing over there.
I'm laughing because I know exactly. I had flashbacks come from flatbed and knocking the ice off and the frozen stiff tarps. I feel your pain, Scotty. I feel your pain.
Hey man, I have to walk all the way to 53 foot down a trailer. You flatbedders only have to walk what, 40 something feet? That's 53 foot back there in the cold to open the door.
To open the door, we out there strapping, tarping, untarping,
I
and
don't
You
know
have
where
and
you're getting this weed,
to
Mr.
do
Dry
that
Box.
3 foot trip or twice. No,
mm,
4 times. Let me get it 4 times because you got to walk back or open them. No, 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. You got to walk back there, open them, and walk back. No, I got it right the first time, 4 times. And then you got to go back and close them and come back. We've got to walk that thing a million times.
mm-hmm.
I'm not hearing
Regardless
your racism right
48.
now, but Hans says he's gonna raise some hell in the Discord here in a minute.
I did throw the Discord in the chat earlier. Let me do it again.
Uh,
I don't
it's
think I
gonna be
can.
a long night in this hotel bed, hard as a rock. Hans told him to sleep on the floor. That's a super trucker right there. He's all like, "What? The bed's too hard? Try sleeping in a tent on a rock." Russell says, "Do you know if they are giving trainee the option to do either 50K miles or do 30K miles and then get on a truck with another trainee with 30K miles and a team for 2 months?" Okay, what? what Russell's talking about is last time we had the 50K miles, the students were allowed to do 30K miles and then team up with another student and run together till they got the last 20K miles done. And I think that worked great. I really did think that worked great. And I set up a lot of my students to do that. And they got along great and they did that. So it was really good on both of their parts. And that's a team truck running freight still. At this moment, I have not heard anything about that yet. So I would love to see them reinstate that. And I completely forgot about that till Russell said that. That was an awesome program they had right there. Like I had a lot of my students do that.
Hmm.
You know what I would like to see?
Right there in the comments, Tennessee, real fast before you like to see, and then we'll get back to it.
Hey, I tried
What
to
would
do
you-
that. You shut me down off the screen immediately, so you didn't start laughing.
What would you like to see?
I would jump back to all three of us.
Pegleg's video, man. Okay,
Oh.
we're back.
Oh,
That's what I was trying to get you to do,
pause.
man.
I can pause for a good word from Pegleg real quick.
Hey everybody, hit that like button, borrow my leg to smash that ding dong bell. Oh, and if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe too.
I enjoy that every time.
Yep.
Love it. What were you saying, Tennessee? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think it would be pretty cool for Prime to do 50K, but the first trainer they get is a lease trainer, and then they do half of that 50K with that lease trainer and do the other half with a company trainer. So they know how to run both sides of the trucking industry on company or lease. So they can make that decision on their own when they get in their own truck. If they wanted to go, if they wanted to stay company.
Hey, can you get Mrs. Tennessee to come over here and do this next comment?
Unfortunately, that's
busy?
why my camera went blank because she had to go get our daughter from work.
Oh man, I think that would be a good one since she always calls us the husband and wife. I think Tennessee could take Twisted in a fight, bro. You don't know I could fall down on him and suffocate him. He can't say the safe word if he can't breathe. Oh, my bad, Sam. What were you saying?
He was saying pineapple.
Right. That's what it was too. I'll reply to that on Discord. I can't put it on. I'll reply on Discord.
When you're
and
backing up with a trailer, when you're backing a trailer, when in doubt, back up till it sounds expensive. No, he is 100% right. When in doubt, get out and look. Today, it was a big get out and look. The place we went was really tight. There was no room. I had one of my guys, Mr. Mel George, was out there. Y'all know him. He's been on this channel. He was out there. I say, you stand over there. You tell me if it's going to hit that trailer. He's all like, man, he needs to pull up. I said, let me come over there. I looked. I was all like, nah, he's good. Let me back him up a little bit more. I back him up a little bit more. I said, hey, how's he now? He's all like, nah, he needs to pull up. I went over there. Look. I was all like, let me back him up some more. I back him up some more. I was going over there looking. He goes, nah, he got it, man. He's got it. So we went ahead, turned the wheel the other way, got it in there. But get out and look is super important. And that would have took care of some of these preventable accidents that we were talking about, backing in truck stops, shippers, whatever. How do you feel about it? Get out and look, Tennessee, or Sam, whoever wants it.
I think getting out look is excellent. Do it as many times as you can. Real world, there is no limit.
Yeah.
There is
Absolutely
no limit.
agree. Get out and look, and
Or hear that.
right. Or like so what's his name? Fletcher, in Prime, this flatbed securement. I use his line. He's like, if you don't secure it, I'm gonna make you famous. And it's the same thing. If you get out and look, you're gonna be famous, but it ain't gonna be for the right reasons.
Get all them super truckers yelling at you in the, oh, he had to get out and look. He's taking forever. Look how long he's taking to get in there. You know what? He's doing it safely.
Right.
Oh, Russell says I have a dark side. Oh, he's talking about the fight between Tennessee and Twisted. Hans, I don't know. Twisted looks like he has a dark side. I think Tennessee carries a lighter just in case. He'll light that lighter, the darkness disappears, man.
Hmm. And
I mean, I don't know, Sam. You got a metaphor for that about a rock and a leaf and a rose and a stream and some water and between some trees? No metaphor today?
all right, Twisted looks Twisted looks like he has a dark side to him. He does. Actually, they both Tennessee and Twisted. I and you put me in the middle too. That's bad.
I know.
I just noticed that. I'm in between them. They
You
both
gotta
have a
say
dark side.
fight. It's more like Mortal Kombat. Fight.
Yeah, right, round two. And
I'll
you,
judo chop you. Oh, I think I looked wrong. I'll judo chop you.
so you got a correctional officer. Sorry, no, that way. And then you have a biker. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad. We got this. Anyways, yeah. We'll leave it there. A bike
How
and
come
correction.
Snyder Jobs have no videos or workers on YouTube?
I can answer
Um,
that.
I don't know. I don't know anyone working at Snyder, so I can't
Um,
answer that. It might be one of their policies at Snyder
yes.
that you cannot work for them and do YouTube. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Some companies allow it, some don't.
So with Snyder, and just to answer the other question, Matt had answered as well. I didn't choose Snyder because they got front-facing cameras for the driver, and they also voice record in the inside the cab as well. You're not allowed to have your phone. You can't even use Bluetooth. You can't use that on the truck as well. And it's a policy that they have that all their materials that they use is their property and their sole property, and it cannot be transmitted or you'll be penalized. That's why you don't see none of their videos.
So Osmond says, how important is alley backing, and what do you think of some states not testing students for it?
Mm.
Each state's gonna do their own thing, and if they want to do away with the alley dock, so be it. It's the alley dock is good in a way because a lot of people that are having some confidence issues, I feel like the alley doc built some confidence, really. And anybody that was scared, it would really show how scared they were of the truck whenever they would do the alley doc, because they would be like, man, it's way over there. If they kept cool, calm, and collective, they would be able to do the alley doc. But whenever they started panicking, they had a lot of trouble with it. So I think that it taught a lot of confidence, really, realistically. But at the end of the day, I think right now I only know of I think Maryland that's not doing the alley dock right now. There might be some other ones. I've heard of trucking schools in different states not doing a alley dock, but it doesn't really matter as long as we get these students to get the skills needed to be able to pass their test and be successful during TNT, or at least enough experience of knowing how to move each moving part of the trailer. That way you have a great head start moving into TNT. Then I think that the job is done. The maneuver really doesn't matter. Whatever they want us to do, it doesn't matter what we do. It matters that we gave them the tools in their toolbox to successfully do their job. Tennessee, you want to add to that because you're training right now too, and have you had time to think about people not doing alley dock?
I still
Nope.
say we're given the skills to understand how the back of that trailer's moving. Do
Exactly.
they need to still do it? I think they do, because alley dock is not what we're trying to teach on the pad.
I can't read ahead, man. I start laughing.
I
I can't
know. That's
read
what
it.
I'm doing, and you caught me off guard with this question.
My bad. Go ahead. I read ahead, man. Russell had me laughing. Go ahead.
Well, in there, okay. But yeah, it's not actually alley dock. It's how to park in a truck stop. Park between two trucks. That's what we're teaching out there on the pad right now. We call it the alley dock, but that's not what it actually is to me. To me. But yeah, I still think we need to still show the skills on how to make that trailer go where you need it to go, not where it wants to go.
I can't read this next one without laughing, so I'm gonna give it to Sam.
Russell says, listening to Twisted talk about pie charts and eating pies. Laughing so hard I just wet myself. On that hard bed? Look, they
Yeah,
make
you got the giggles.
they make adult diapers. You get the Depends. You won't have that issue.
Russell is really tall guy. He's a really tall guy, so I'm just thinking that's a lot of pee in there. and I'm all like, oh my god. What was funny is that I started laughing while Tennessee was talking because I read it ahead of time. So I was,
Hey Russell, next time I know somebody. His name is Amir. He'll help you out with that.
oh, he said I just wet myself.
I
Hopefully,
know.
he means he spit water out of his mouth because if we're talking pee, that's a lot of pee. Guys, don't pee in your trucks, guys.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping he spit his water out, maybe, and wet himself. I
Mhm.
don't know.
No.
What'd you think,
If
Tennessee?
No comment.
No comment. I will not lie. I will not deny or confirm any allegations made against my client here tonight.
I know a good nurse for you, Russell.
I bet you do. Wink, wink. Back in the Pegleg says, back in the trailer, stand on the side and idle into the.
I know what he's
Woo.
talking about. I seen that.
That's that super trucker style, man.
Hmm.
Pegleg, you don't even. Pegleg, you just put your leg on the gas pedal and you walk away, man. That leg will take care of everything, man. It's bionic.
Right. I think Peg Leg is the only one in here that can actually ghost whip a truck because he could just leave his leg in there.
Uh-oh, I missed the comment. I missed the question somewhere. Somebody told me that I missed their question.
I read
Yes.
that's what I was doing too. Is I was reading up to see what it said.
Hey, you know what? Just go ahead and copy and paste it in there again. If I missed your question, I didn't see it, bro. Go ahead and copy and paste it. Mr. Bowles in here. What about the? He said it again. Pilot program only teaching and testing straight back. We looked into that. We actually did some research on what they were doing and looked at it, and it's really not only a straight line back. It is a pull up. It's a skill test on pull up. It's a skill test on straight line back. It's a skill test on an offset pull up, kind of a serpentine pull up, and then it's kind of like some type of offset. It's kind of some offset like backing. I it doesn't matter what maneuvers they are because we're still gonna get them done no matter what. So I've seen it. I've seen some of their pre-trip stuff too. I check out different stuff like that. I'm just curious because it's part of trucking. It's part of our community, and I have to know a little bit about it. But I have looked at it.
Sorry, I did the same thing. I looked ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
That Sam.
Uh-huh. We'll get to it. Peg Leg says, whenever I honked at, that's no, I can't even say that. Whenever I honked at in a backing situation, I got out, sat on the step of the truck, looking at the other driver smoking a cigar. Yeah. Honestly, what I've done, is I've gotten into a situation where somebody was rushing me, so I popped the brakes while I was backing, and back then when I used to smoke, I got out, went to the passenger, just smoked a cigarette in front of his face, and then I got back in, and I finished backing. So
Dude,
yeah,
you're a savage, bro. You're a savage, man.
Beast mode.
I'm
You
petty.
took a cigarette break in the middle of your backing?
Yeah, he was just sitting, bam,
Savage.
bam, bam, bam. I was like, you know what? F this. Pulled the brakes, got out, went on the other side so we could catch eye contact with the cigarette, smoked the whole thing, and just let him sit there. And then I got back in. He didn't honk the horn again.
I want to know who's teaching all these new drivers to camp in the middle lane on the major highways. This is getting freaking annoying. His name is Hans. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. The middle of the highway? Is he talking about like on the service plazas where there's all that extra room in the middle? Some people park there
No,
sometimes.
no, he's talking about the truck drivers are staying in the middle lane. Like, say if it's a 3 lane and you got the right lane slow, fast lane is on the left, and they just stay right down the middle and keep rolling through. And
Oh
you got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Slower traffic keeps to the right. That's my motto. Slower traffic keeps to the right. I still remember how to slide the tandems on top of the alley.
I still can't remember how to slide the Tandy on top of Alley Dock. I can't remember how to slide the tandems on the top of an Alley Dock. No, nobody. Am I the only one who gets the... Okay. Isaac, I
Explain
got you.
yourself.
Steve-O, I got you. So
Explain yourself.
he doesn't remember how to slide the tandems on top of doing the Alley Dock. That's what I'm getting. If I'm wrong, correct me. Then, ooh, I might want to take
I'm
that one down.
speechless.
There we go. That's what Chris was talking about. Chris says, "LOL, throwing shade, Big D. I know who you're talking about. The
You don't
driving
know who I'm
teacher."
talking about. Oh, you know what? He thinks he knows who I was talking about. He don't know who I'm talking about, though.
You thought you knew.
Yeah, he thought. I can see why he thought what he thought, but that's not who I was talking about. He comes to when we were talking about um, somebody being hard to teach about how like they already know what they're doing because they used to be a trainer themselves or they used to be somebody that's had a CDL for a while. He's thinking I'm talking about his co-student, but I'm not. But there wasn't no question there. I don't see a question there.
Oh, don't skip that. You saw it. There you go. Twisted, you eat cherry pie.
I
Come
wasn't
on.
skipping it, bro.
Yeah.
There's a song. There's a song by Insane Clown Posse. Google it or YouTube it.
And the other one, she's my cherry pie. No?
Oh, there's that one too. Trucking
Yeah.
and Trailer says, "What's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Have you seen on December 1st, Tesla trucks will be used by Pepsi?" Yeah, I seen an article on that. I really didn't read it too much because I'm like, come on, man.
The article where the Tesla truck was broke down in the
Yeah.
turning.
There we go.
I didn't see the article on the
Seen
Tesla
that
truck
today.
broken down in the turning lane. What I seen is the guy that the truck just took, I think it was a left straight into the median. I saw that one.
Yeah,
That would
this
be
one
the
is
second. Yeah, there were. It was out today showing that the Tesla truck broke down in the turning lane.
Yep, that's what's got it.
What about the lady that threw her hands up today? God, I did not want to put your business out there, bro. So I
late.
guess he wants me to tell you how bad his drive went today.
All right,
I think we kind of ran a red light today with a lady in the turning lane waiting because her light was green. She's all like this. And I'm just like, I ain't even gonna say nothing until we get on the other side of the light because this dude might stop in the middle of the intersection. If I said, dude, the light was red and you ran that.
You ran a
Funny
red light.
story today. You know how like right off of 13, whenever you're getting onto 45 to head this way, Tennessee. You know when you're coming down the 13 to get on the 44, the divergent diamond right there. You know
Right.
how they got the first light? You got one light there, and then you got a second light real close to it. So we went through the first light, and it was green. We went through the second light, and it was red. But I think we were like, oh, I made it through the first light, and just kept on going. It was kind of fun.
Yeah,
But there was a lady in her car going like, what the what?
that's a tricky corner there too, because you're crossing oncoming traffic right there to get into the left side of driving in England for a second before you jump onto 44.
Yeah, and we try to turn it like a car too. It's a fun turn when you try to turn it like a car. It's tight. Like you're gonna hit the guardrail. You know, and actually that was the first from what I've been told in the research I've done on it is that is the first ever divergent diamond, and now they are in several other states. And that was a big traffic accident place right there. And Springfield used to call that the Bloody 13 because there was a lot of accidents there. It wasn't a good area, so they started building that. And what a divergent diamond is it kind of makes it where the traffic doesn't have to cross each other by making it go to the wrong side of the road. It's kind of confusing. You draw a diamond in the middle of it and just it's weird.
And there's
Somebody
one
need
on
to map that.
13 has one on both ends of it. On the north
Both
side
ends.
of Springfield and the south side of Springfield.
Oh yeah.
PMAT says, "Cool, Sam. Snyder is low pay. It depends on you. The acronym for Snyder that everybody is aware of is send cash, have not eaten in days, emergency response. That's what Schneider stands for."
I've
Um,
heard that one either.
P Matt, look up some research on it. Like, Google it. Go to a truck stop, find a Snyder driver, talk to him, try it. Be like, hey man, show me a check stub so I can figure this out. Like, none of us have drove for our Snyder, so we're not gonna completely shoot Snyder down like they're a horrible company, because honestly, I don't know. I've never experienced Snyder before. But just do your research before you choose Snyder. That's all I'm saying.
Do your research, talk to a recruiter, because what they put online and what they tell you is going to be two different stories. Because I applied to prior to Prime, I applied to Schneider, and when I saw what I saw online, and when I talked to some of their drivers on the driver post, because you could do that, it was completely different. And then every recruiter that I talked to from Schneider, because I got passed around a lot, they kept telling me
Whoa.
different numbers.
Whoa.
No, I'm like, oh, you see? Yeah, I was passed around. I've been around the block, okay? I've been used and abused.
All right, the poll that we took earlier, what is for the 50K miles, how many people are for it and against it? It looks like 58% is for it still, with 38 votes total. The total votes are 38. 58% for it, 42 against it.
So the
Oh,
eyes
wow.
win.
It was 60 something and 68 and 33 last time, so the numbers are evening out a little bit.
Yeah, I went ahead and ended it.
It's
Most
satisfying.
carriers are low pay with little experience. I think times have changed right now. I think that there's a demand for truckers right now, and I think that people are kind of needing truckers to come there. So I think the amount of experience you need to work somewhere has went down. I know Walmart's dropped it in the here recently, not too long ago. Walmart used to be like you have to have 5 years trucking experience with perfect driving record to come here. And then they dropped it down to
3 years.
I think 2 years. Am I wrong?
3.
3 years. Is that what you said, Sam? 3 years?
Yep. 3 years.
So they dropped it down to 3 years with perfect driving experience to now from the rumor on the streets is Walmart's starting up their own trucking school and they're going to be training their own truckers. Words on the street.
Well, it's gonna be the back of a Walmart on their Wi-Fi, because that's not gonna work.
Yeah. They're not going to practice in those DCs, I'll tell you that. They'll kick them out.
Right.
And another thing that's in talks right now, and I'm looking up a lot of research on it, is that they're trying to get it federally passed that we are doing hair follicle test everywhere now instead of urine test. So that is kind of on its way, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens. Speaking from a wife, daughter, granddaughter, etc. of a trucker, I don't see anything wrong with 50K. Some of these new people just simply put needs more experience. Exactly right. And that's from Tennessee Flatbedders, best friend, soulmate, the woman of the hour, the greatest person in his life, and honor that we've got to meet her, me and my family. That's from Mrs. Dalton herself. I always mess up your last name. Dotson. Mrs. Dotson herself.
How you messing?
Awesome lady. I can't remember the question we had for her earlier.
You just got her in our live for that comment right there.
Hi, bestie. Hey, he's a good-looking guy. He's skinny, but he's a good-looking guy.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this. You in trouble.
Well, that's Dalton's name.
And he gotta fatten him up, and he just won't fatten up.
That ain't no lie. I think that guy has a tapeworm in him, really.
Probably because Harmony ate everything and didn't let
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, happy anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary.
We're going to get off of here so you can go ahead and have your honey back. I know we kept them longer than we expected. We were trying to do 1 hour and we kept them longer, so.
Good. You're good. Only because it's you. And you. Sorry, I haven't
Thank
met you
you,
yet.
bestie.
Oh, okay.
He gets the clapping. Happy anniversary again, Tennessee Flatbedder. Thank you so much for stopping by. Sam, the avocado, thank you for stopping by. We are now jumping on the Discord. Hopefully Tennessee drops it into the chat right about now. So if you're in here and you want to continue the talk, we are continuing over on the Discord. And we are out of here for the night. Appreciate everyone stopping by, saying their piece. And I hope we answered some of the questions that we need. And Cricket is there.
Give it a second. There it is. It's in the chat now.
It's in the chat, so make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Follow, subscribe to Tennessee Flatbetter. Sam the Avocado was gonna make a channel at some time, but he never did. But it's cool because he comes on the live and hangs out. We do appreciate you coming over here, Sam. And we're gonna continue the talk on Discord.